feel locked in a cage. Ink on my fingers smudged like my past. Chasing the panels, the stories won't last. Why not, why not? Let's make a deal. Trade you my soul for a cover that's real. Why not? This paper's cold. Every issue, a story that's gotta be told.
Hey everybody, it's Flat Earth Santa coming to you another Wednesday, another What Not, Why Not. We're ready to talk about some cool things this week. It's going to be awesome. So let's start bringing in our panel from the backstage. First up, he is a crazy man. He thinks he's always right. He never is. Like, just every once in a while, just say, "Hey, you're right," whatever. Just make them feel good. It is Punisher Ryder.
Well, you got to boost that ego once in a while. And we all know I'm right. But there's only one thing really to say. I have arrived.
This place sucks!
No! No!
I think it's about time Castle Grayskull had a makeover! Why don't we start with a tampon machine?
No!
Yes. All right. Next up, it is the What Not, Why Not accountant. She's the crazy rock and crystal lady. She will bring you the shows every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or is it Thursday, Friday, and Sunday? It is Skipping Stone.
Hi, guys. Nice to be here again. Ribbit.
I'm trying to find it again. I lost it.
We know you've lost it.
Oh, yes, my mind is completely gone.
Wiser.
And we have the ex-Buffalo native who went down to Florida because he abandoned everybody up in the north. It is Omen Bids.
Yeah, I had to escape that cold that is inhumane. But thank you for having me anyways, Flat. And hello, everybody.
It's bacon.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
Golden.
Absolutely. And the other Canadian panelist, he's the favorite Canadian panelist because everybody hates me. It is Alien Warrior 75.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me again. I was ready to party.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in my...
You know how Crazy Cool does his little dance? You should do that dance one of these times on your stream.
I love this. The whole intro is sick.
Now, he did one. I didn't get a chance to upload it because it came like 2 seconds before we started the show, but he's here as well. It is Critical Hits.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We're going to try it.
Oh, shit.
Out of my way!
That was awesome.
Okay. All right. We also have sitting backstage. He's the trivia master every Tuesday night. The answer is always Bob Dole, Soda Pop Comics.
What's up, everybody? Happy to be here. Hello.
We can't do Soda. I got to make a new one for Soda. Oh, wait. No, I did. Nope, can't do it. I forgot that one. That one gets me flagged every time. I keep forgetting. I got to remove that one. All right. And last, we have the old man, the only person that's seen God in his true form. It is Joey DWW1.
How you doing, everybody? I'm on the app.
Oh, you're on the app. See, there you go.
Woohoo! Look at you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know, if you do that to monitors nowadays, they don't hold up as well.
Yeah, they definitely don't. Every time, yes, every time they're. All right. So we've got our panel for this week. We might have one or two more showing up, but we're going to go in. Yeah, full house. We're going to go into our weekly feature of good versus bad. Everyone's going to say either one or the other, a good or a bad thing that they saw on Whatnot this past week. So we're going to go around the horn, starting with Punisher.
I want to do a good this week.
I agree with you.
Thank you. See that we're already starting on the good foot, Joey. I want to do good this week. I want to say what a professional Mr. Soderpop and Miss Soderpop are. There was some serious nonsense going on in the beginning of that show. Some topic we talked about last week, and what a true professional. And I just want to say nothing but a class act, and he is one of the best that does it. So that's what I want to say that I seen. It was good. Just if more sellers were like that and like Soda Pops, it would be even a better app.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
We lost skipping. Okay, Mr. Omen, what have you got good versus bad?
I've been in a lot of new folks shows that are like under 500 sales, and I got to say I'm really impressed with the creativity, the uniqueness, and just the overall diversity they bring to selling on the app. For example, today I got a shout out Good Grabs. He did high low and gave giveaway winner a chance to win additional books on top of their giveaway win, which I thought was so badass. We were all super involved and we're like, oh shit, it was just a super fun time. And then my buddy Possess Collects, he does like a power of dice, and whatever the dice rolls is the number book you get. So it's a cool little system, and I hope to continue to see that creativity so people can shine.
Definitely nice to see. Mr. Soderpop, good and bad. Or good or bad, sorry. Mr. Riki.
You must not be using me.
Us keeping?
He's muted.
You want me for pillow? Okay, we'll move on. Critical?
The good? Well, the good is Rick and Mel joined the last cast this week. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
And also more good is all my new books that released this past week. I've sold over 50% of them already. And the bad, I need myself an assistant.
Yeah, don't we all?
And I need to figure out how to sleep a little more.
Yes. Mr. Alien, good or bad?
Good ending to a story that started last week. A buyer sent me, or I bought a book off a guy, and he sent me the wrong book. He sent me a Submariner #1. The book that I bought was far less valuable. Of course, I already prearranged that I'd send it back to him, of course. But I just want to give a shout out to the good folks out there. It's like I was able to send this back to the guy, and he sent me my book, and it was just great humanity being displayed. Anyway, yeah, it happens. These things mix up, and I was got a good story to end there. So he's got his Subby 1. I got my Star Wars 68.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Skipping, what's your good or bad?
Well, I haven't really been on Whatnot a lot this week, although on a personal level, I had a nice birthday, and I had a nice anniversary show. Both of them were nice. My goal was to just hang out and sell a few books, and it was very fun, fulfilling. Kind of sad for me because it was a milestone that I didn't expect to reach as far as with the comics go. And it kind of came to fruition that things are coming to an end in the comic book world for me. I probably only got about 4 to 6 weeks left of comics, and then I'll be fully into the cards world. But I want to shout out to Soder. I had a great time in your show on Tuesday night. And I did catch part of what Punisher was alluding to, and props to you for that as well. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. So thanks, Soder.
Very nice. Soder, you seem to be getting all the praise this week. So let's hear your good or bad. And muted again.
He's had enough of your shit, Santa. They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Difficulties are at a max today.
Yeah, it seems like it. Hello, Ricky. Okay. We'll come back to you. Your good was or let's just go with your bad is you've had technical difficulties this whole show. And we'll go with that. All right.
Accurate.
Yes. Okay. Let's move into our first. Oh, is he there?
No,
Joey is.
Yeah, but we did. Okay, fine, Joey.
Jesus Christ, that's the third time you did that to me.
Oh, there he is.
It's because everybody gets moved around. That's why.
All right. So anyway, my bad is I was on Critical Hit show the other night, and that son of a gun was showing me all these damn covers that I just wanted to kill myself because I wanted them. So that was my bad. But the good thing is I had a lot of fun on your show, so thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome anytime, brother.
Nice. Mr. Soder Pop, are you working now?
I am. I'm good now. I had to break out the laptop.
It's about time.
Yeah, no shit. I just want to say that it's a positive. The community, the way we all support each other is phenomenal. I don't think there's any other place that I've worked, if you want to call it that, where everybody is so into building everybody else up. It is a brother and sisterhood like I have never seen before. And I take a lot of pride in that. And I've been seeing that a lot. Everybody promoting Critical's book coming out, the way that we're all engaged and active and just jumping into each other's shows and shouting each other out. It's it's a pretty awesome. That's my positive.
Very
Hell
nice.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah. I'm gonna go with.
Whoa, I have a negative.
I was gonna do it.
People
how am I not
need to
shocked?
learn to keep their hands to themselves. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Okay. That's your fault. Why you got to be so sweaty in front of her?
Yeah, you keep presenting your ass.
Yeah, you're showing the goods, and you expect her to keep your hands off.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, talk
With an
about the
app like
Punisher
that,
Rider rule
Punisher,
in
I'm just
effect.
saying, with an
That's
app
right.
like that, how can you make a girl resist?
There is no Punisher Rider rule in effect in the last cast.
Yeah.
Is Jenny in there?
that meth head better not.
Denny's
better
got
not make an
competition.
appearance.
That's all I got to say.
If she can't touch it, we'll just have to chop you off at the waist. So you just put robot legs on you. So
Yeah.
she'll leave you alone.
Yeah. The bad for me this week is, I hate to say it, but I've told it to Punisher and I tell it to other people. Please be patient on your books. I saw a couple times when people bought books, well, quite a few times, overpriced, and people that I know that I wish would have waited, because I can give you an example of a book that got bought about a week or 2 weeks ago. Had you waited, you would have got the same book, same price for $100 less. It just, I really, it's not a bad. It's a, I wish I didn't see it. That's all. So, on that note, we're going to go to our first topic, and our first topic is, of course, Shopify integration. So I'm going to ask each person if they have a Shopify account and if they integrate it. And I know the first person definitely does. Mr. Joey, you're starting us off.
Okay. I've tested it out a few times. What happens is you got to download the app first, the Whatnot, the app. Once you do that, you got to sync your Shopify to Whatnot. Okay, and once you do that, then you're good. Any products that you put or you load into Shopify that you want to get synced over to Whatnot, you have to have certain features set. Okay, they got to be active. They got to have a weight. They got to have a price, and they have to have inventory tracking. Okay. I also found out that when you do a Whatnot show and you are synced to Shopify, it will automatically put your orders in a draft status on Shopify. Okay. Doesn't mean that you have to work it from Shopify. You still work it from Whatnot. You can work it from Shopify, but I think it'd be kind of silly to do that because you'd be losing out all the benefits on shipping. Okay. But it does correct the quantities when you do sell something on Whatnot. If you synced it correctly and you followed all the guidelines to what you have to do, it will, from Shopify to Whatnot and from Whatnot to Shopify, it'll edit and update your quantities as long as you have inventory tracked. I find it to be good, but it could be good and bad. But I think they did it. They had great intentions to do it the way they're doing it. But I would not use the Shopify to definitely do any of your Whatnot orders. What else is there? You also have to have the price set, because it'll ask you, do you want a different price from Shopify in your Whatnot? So you'd have to put the Whatnot price. You may have it listed at 50 and you only want to do 40 on the Whatnot. So you can do that also. You can have different prices in Shopify and Whatnot. So I think it's a good thing. It's great for tracking inventory. Also with the cost, you can do the cost and everything like that. If you go in and update something on Whatnot, it will not update to Shopify. You have to make sure that that little button is clicked to sync. If you don't do that, it will be dead in the water and you won't get an update on Shopify. It'll only update on Whatnot. So there's certain ways that you can do this. You could either do a single product sync, or you can do bulk. All right. So if you listed 100 items in Whatnot and you only wanted 50 in Shopify, and you only wanted 50 to go to Whatnot, then you would just click off in the bulk section to send those over to sync with Whatnot. All right. And then once you do that, you have to confirm that everything is synced, and you'll see it on your Shopify that it was synced. It'll have a little green label over there. It'll show you that 15 products synced, 0 failed, 13 orders synced, 0 draft orders, and all that other stuff. So you do get your reports. You can also click on the inventory on the left-hand sidebar to see all products that was synced. All right, and it'll show you anything that failed to sync with inventory. You can configure listings on Whatnot, but it lets buyers instantly purchase an item at a fixed price during your show instead of bidding in an auction. You can then activate your Shopify products. I'm reading from this, so I just want to make sure that I get it right. Shopify products is an active buy it now listing or add them to a live show. Shopify sync listings can be identified by the Shopify icon on the bottom right corner of the listing. So you'll also see everything that was listed and Whatnot with that icon. And there's a little handy how-to on this. If you guys want to put the link in, it's to help Whatnot on the integration. It's very, very informative. It dives into everything, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. And I like it because it gives me an opportunity to do things that I wasn't able to do. And you only could sync one Shopify store and one Whatnot account.
Okay. I know the next person I'm going to ask does have a Shopify, but I don't think has done the syncing. So I want to see his take on it. Mr. Alien.
Hey guys, yeah, that's a great topic, Flat. I'm very interested in the syncing piece because if I can just draw a mental picture in your minds, guys, my main database happens to be Whatnot now. I always wanted it to be Shopify. I wanted Shopify to be the source of truth for all my comic books, all my inventory. But instead, I went with Whatnot because it was very easy to set up the products, very simple. So I'm kind of wish there's a feature, as Joey was alluding to, that objects created in Whatnot can be synced over to Shopify. If that's the case, I'm going to monkey around with it right now to try to get that to happen. Failing that, guys, I'm going to have to recreate everything in Shopify and then, rain it down to my subordinate sites such as eBay and Whatnot. That's the idea.
You don't have to. You can do an import.
That's what you were saying, yeah. So I'm going to try to do that now while we talk.
Well, that's good. I just thought this would be something because for people that are preloading shows, having your Shopify, it's just another place that might save you a little bit of time, and that's someone like Soda Pop Comics. Rick, what are your thoughts on it?
I don't know. I honestly have to dig around with Shopify. I played with it before at my last actual job. Wasn't a fan there, but I know the way it would be utilized here would be different. I don't know. Honestly, I have to play around with it. You still have to put the information in, from my understanding, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can do it from a spreadsheet. You can do it from a spreadsheet, so you can actually create.
But either way, I'm entering the product in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not really going to save me any time. I'm still, as I'm entering it in, still reviewing the book, going through all the pages. I'm still researching all the data. It's not going to import that in for me automatically. I have to manually put that in, right?
No, this is where, and part of the reason is I'm actually going to pull where you can pull the data from the general comics database.
Is that available now?
No, it will be at Terrificon.
You see, what I do is
Fred is working on himself.
I export from CLZ into a spreadsheet.
So
but if he doesn't have that,
I mean, I have CLZ.
Oh, then you can pull that. Then you can export that with you can say exactly which columns you want from CLZ and export it into an Excel, custom Excel file.
Okay.
So there's a good thing about it too, is that when you do sync them together, you can actually have a Shopify menu item of your Whatnot products once you sync everything together, along with your Whatnot items in your shop.
See, but the thing is, I build my shows individually. I don't build everything in the shop, whereas I know a lot of other people do.
Well, think about but you're redoing stuff that you do. Let's say some books don't sell. You're going to have to rebuild that in another show, correct?
But it's easy to clone.
But but I usually push them out a while. I mean, sometimes I'll run a double of a book depending on, because my shows are built out like a month and a half, 2 months out. So
right, yep, okay. I was just saying this is a possibility, but
yeah. And again, I'll play around with it. I just finding the time to do it. Like Critical said, I need to get an assistant at that point.
Isn't that what Mel is? Oh no.
No, Mel has a regular full-time job during the day. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Omen.
I just started digging around with it myself. Obviously, I'm getting started on eBay too, so I don't want to throw too many things into the mix and get overwhelmed too quick. But it is something I toyed with. I did sign up for the monthly membership as I start loading inventory in there, and I think that's the big key, is finding if it works for you or if it doesn't work for you. There's going to be many sellers where Whatnot is their only avenue for selling, and that's okay. And if that's the case, I wouldn't necessarily spend that time unless it was like an exuberant amount of books. Uploading them to Shopify, I would just upload those directly to Whatnot and continue selling on there. I find it more useful for sellers who plan to integrate with other marketplaces like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, things like that. And that's, the biggest key I took away from it was being able to have a single hub between my two marketplaces on Whatnot and eBay. So as I get it loaded up, I'm excited to play around with it and see how much time it really saves me. But going back to what Joey said, if you're already uploading them to CLZ, and then from CLZ, you're exporting that spreadsheet into Shopify, and then from Shopify, you're transferring that to Whatnot. If you're just a seller on Whatnot, that doesn't make sense for you to do, because you can just upload it to Whatnot to begin with. So again, just gauge it for yourself and decide if it's something worthy or not.
Yeah.
One point for you, Omen, is that you can also sync Shopify to eBay.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Which is really good also. So you can double bang on that one.
Yeah, it's more for people that are going to.
I just have a quick question, since you got people that know a little bit about it. Mm-hmm. So if I was to do that and I import the information from CLZ, the CLZ picture's going to go, or would I still have to take the manual picture?
No,
Because I like the actual picture of the book itself that I'm selling, not the formatted one on CLZ.
Okay, so the answer to that is if you use the regular export, it's not going to export the pictures. You have to use the XML.
So I'd have to, okay.
No, if you use XML, it will export the picture for you.
Yeah, but I don't want that. That's
No, he don't.
Yeah.
That's the CLZ pictures. He wants his own pictures.
Well, then you can
And
add
no.
your own. Then just do a regular export from CLZ and then just add your pictures because you could add, I think, 10.
Yeah.
And I've done that before too. Soder, I tried like a bulk import on Whatnot through Whatnot's spreadsheet and imported like 150 books. And I got to say, it wasn't worth it. It was probably a little more time, I want to say, than uploading them individually because of the pictures. If you're doing listings without pictures, that totally makes sense. But if you're doing like specific pictures, you have to take the picture on your phone. I send it over to my laptop. From there, I have to convert that into a URL link, put that in the spreadsheet, and then upload that. So it's just a multi-step process where, you know, you could just kind of cut to the chase, do like 2 extra seconds of steps on Whatnot itself, and kind of save that headache of dealing with the spreadsheet.
Gotcha.
Right, and that's one of the tools that will be coming at
All right.
Perfect on as well, is the proper import where you actually, when you're importing them, you actually do the pictures there.
Right. But see, for me, when I export it, I'm exporting all the new books. So the pictures really doesn't matter unless it's a book like Soda Pop and you guys are using. So the new pictures for me, using the pictures that I get from CLZ is fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Critical. Nice avatar.
Oh, thank you.
What
I
do
don't
you
use
have to
Shopify
say?
at all.
Okay.
Yep. I have nothing to input or at all because I don't really use it ever. I think I leaked my account and that's pretty much where I stopped.
All right. Okay. We'll go to Skippin. I don't think she uses it or is probably going to use it, but let's see what you've got to say, Skippin.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I did hear today when I was listening to the Whatnot broadcast that they were talking about the requirements to have everything loaded in your shop and how that's approximately 6 weeks out that they're going to start rolling out more and more implementations on that. So I'm hoping I'm done with the comics at that point, but I'm going to obviously have to start loading stuff and to comply with the requirements. And what they were saying I thought was interesting was that the main reason for them to do that is because there's a lot of people that say they didn't get it identifies what they purchased on the transaction versus it just being a random. And there's a proven fact that the sales are higher for that person that does that, and that also there's a time variance for people that people that don't have the time to sit and wait. They end up purchasing more through that, or they'll identify the seller's got this, and they're not really into the social aspect of it. They'll go in, they'll ask for it to be ran, and then they're out. They'll buy it and they're out. And so I thought that was interesting, but
I just looked it up, and you are absolutely right. It's a help article that was updated today for Whatnot listing guidelines, and it says listings must contain photos of the actual item you're offering for sale. Listings that do not contain any photos or only contain stock photos are not permitted. You must ensure you have all intellectual property rights, IP policy, and items with autographs must be certified by JSA, PSA, Fanatics, Beckett, or BAM. You must include a photo of the certification card.
What about COAs? That's fine.
Yeah, so it basically it's saying any autographs require a COA.
Okay, so you can't sell a book.
No, that's they didn't say COA. They said Beckett JS, meaning certified. That's not a COA. Anyone can make a COA and claim that it's a proper signature.
True.
Right?
I'm going to send that article in the chat.
That's good. That's a topic I think we should probably talk about in
I would like
subsequent weeks. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think you should make that the one topic for that night.
Yeah. Mr. Punisher, what have you got to say about all this?
Punisher? Hello, Punisher.
You're on mute, Punisher. Everyone's having technical difficulties tonight. Oh, no.
I'm not.
What?
Yeah, neither am I.
I was grabbing food.
Oh, Jesus, man. Crap.
Interrupted.
You're on the show, man.
Yeah, eat on your own
Well,
time.
listen, I'm on a topic. Hey, I have no comment. There's my answer.
Okay.
What was that whatnot help thing on that?
It's the FAQ, the help.whatnot.com.
Oh, I just sent it in the chat too, Joey, if you want to click that, if you see the side chat there.
Side chat. Okay, I got you.
I think any tools that are available, any new things that are coming out to help anybody is cool. I mean, I think some of the stuff that's on there could be easier. I would personally love something I could just take a picture of. All the information comes on. I can just throw a grade in there or some notes and be done. But, I don't think we're there yet.
Well, not that far. I mean, we're almost there. That is one of the features. It's not in the first wave of tools, but at that part. But the AI, because the database that has all the info, you may have to. I'm getting the integration part to it. I've been talking to the company, so. Anyways, we're going to move on to topic number 2. And Omen brought this up. It's about customer retention, how a new seller probably has to think about things on keeping their customer and what percentage us experienced sellers are seeing when it comes to the churn rate for new customers and maintaining your existing customers. Like how long do you usually keep your customers? So I'm going to start with the person that brought it up, Mr. Omen. Start us off.
Yeah, man. I was just kind of thinking about this in my own mind, looking at the analytics from last season of the rewards program, and it got me thinking, like, how many shows does an average buyer attend before disappearing? Obviously, we have like our fans and our family and our community that will show up for us no matter what. But I have had very large buyers in the past that have spent a ridiculous amount of money and they'd never show up again. It's not like a bad experience or nothing. It's just maybe like a little bit of buyer's remorse kicks in, or they just get tired of spending so much on the app, whatever it may be. I did notice that on average, about every 2 to 3 months, I see a transition in my base of new buyers and regular buyers. And of course, that's not to say I don't have my regulars and my family out there, but yeah, it was just something interesting. I thought we can bounce ideas and share. And also got me thinking, like, what could we possibly be doing to encourage these buyers to stay longer on the app or with us longer or what have you, whether that's less sales pressure, whether that's hosting more hangout style shows. Kind of wanted to pick everyone's brain and see what you guys have experienced, since you all have been in this longer than I have.
Nice. We're going to go to Mr. Alien.
Hey team, I'm sorry, I'm totally down the rabbit hole on GraphQL and this API here. I think this is what you're talking about, Splat, when you're building those tools. I found it pretty lengthy in my case. Actually, I don't know if that's has to do with how I am with the customer or if it's the books or what, but. I've had one customer from Atlanta. He reached out to me from Whatnot. We started talking on email, and I've had him since last January. So he's a great customer, repeating one over a year. I've had customers on eBay come see me after years of being not purchasing from me, and then come back, and it's helpfully says it's a repeat customer. So generally, I find if I'm giving good value out, they come back. I have, of course, you're going to have one or two customers that are going to find maybe a better store or better inventory or something like that. Retention bonuses, yes. So it's like that. So for me, I find it's a hit and miss, but generally I would say customers are sticky.
I like that, man. And that's kind of what I was kind of asking was, do you think that loyalty comes from having good value, kind of the bonuses, good inventory, entertainment? Obviously it's a combination of all of them, but which one do you think sticks out to you the most?
For me, honestly, I think it's kind of like what I believe Punisher was saying earlier about the family, just how it was Rick, I believe it was saying it, how everybody helps each other. And if you see a customer come in and they ask you, oh, hey, do you have any Wolverine or something like that? It's like, yeah, I want to try to address that, right? So I want to help them. So I take it like they're searching like I've always searched for. And I'm just like the guy, hey, I can maybe point you to something you may have missed. Right.
You're having connection issues.
And when I put a thank you note in the package and write thank you to your
You're having some connection issues there, Mr. Alien. All right, well, while you get that sorted, we're gonna go on to the next person. Mr. Critical, what are you seeing for retention and churn rate on the app?
For me, I do a lot of sketches and stuff like that for people. So if I stick to a lot of the same sketches, I'll find those people coming back. But if I do other stuff, I'll end up losing them. That's pretty much true with all the books, though. If I don't consistently keep books out, I'll lose my customers because they get bored and they go find something else.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that was a big takeaway for me too. Is just you can't let your inventory get stale.
Exactly. Like I got to keep doing my shows. If I take too much time off, I'll lose them. If it's all about keeping my schedule and just keeping the customers engaged.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a key topic for these new sellers that are under that 1K mark, because that's the biggest hurdle I'm seeing right now is, where's everyone going? Why aren't they coming back? How do we retain customers? So these are good stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the show that The stuff that you have just isn't specific to the people that are there that day. It just, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
A big part of
Madame
it's
Skip. Oh,
variety.
sorry. Go ahead.
I would say a lot of it's also keeping a lot of variety too. That way, your
Yes.
customers, maybe they don't want a Lady book that day. Maybe they're looking for a Marvel book or a DC book or something. It's all about just having enough inventory to keep everybody happy.
Yeah. Sorry, Alien. You were saying?
And consistency is a good thing. Well, yeah, I was going to say, guys, consistency is always well received too. So if you're packing your box in between two, like in a Gemini box, and in between two sandwich pieces of cardboard, do that every time. You know what I mean? Like as well. Just have consistency and make sure you're helping the customers. That's what I try to do. Is just try to help them.
Nice. All right, Madame Skippin. What's your where are you seeing for churn rate? Where do you, how do you use to keep your people keep coming back?
It's very interesting that we're talking about this week. I've had some conversations with some of my friended customers, and is just this recently about their future on the app and their buying experience on the app. And I think part of it is what your customers they're buying. Are they buying for themselves? And they're buying for a book here and there for their collection, and they're buying and they're pacing themselves? Or are they one of those buyers that are like a splurge buyer, and they're just like, oh my God, and really getting into the moment, and that depends on how much income or spendable income money that they have available, or if they are a buyer that's maybe buying to resell. I think that plays a part. All that plays a part in whether and how often they come back. Besides the inventory, right? We discussed the inventory, and that's all 100%, right? But some people, myself included, got excited when they got on the app, and they're like, "Oh, this is a great price," and they buy and they buy and they buy, and then they're like, get all these boxes, and like, "Oh fuck, where am I going to put all this shit?" And do I really need all this stuff, right? And then so a little bit of buyer remorse, or I've had people that said that their wives were going to divorce them if they kept shopping, and so there's that factor, right? Life factors, and so some of the stuff may not be anything that we can do at all. It may be what the buyer themselves are experiencing, going through, and whether they can maintain that level of purchasing, right? I know that I have experienced buyer fatigue. Just, I may still want certain items in categories in which that I'm more interested in purchasing in. And then I just like, do I really need this? And then I've slowed down on purchasing. I don't need another top. I don't need another rock. I don't need another this or that item for my house, right? And so it doesn't matter what you do as a seller. If I feel I don't need it, I'm not going to be back to buy it, right? I may be back to enjoy the show and hang out, and occasionally purchase an item or two, but I'm not buying like I would have been buying at the beginning. And I think some of that is what some of us experience. I know certainly something that I've experienced. I've seen many people come and go. They come in, they buy a lot of books at a rapid pace, and then they like fade out. And sometimes some of them I still talk to. one I just recently had a conversation with this week, and he had told me that, you know, he was a big buyer, and but he's kind of turned the page on Whatnot and is doing other things in his life. I talked to a couple people that I'm fairly close to, and this just in the last 2 weeks, and they're like experiencing the same thing with buyer fatigue and what am I going to do with all this stuff? Right. I've enjoyed my time and enjoyed the shopping, but then I'm like, oh shit. Right. And so I think that it's a good practice to provide a good service, provide a good show. And with each buyer that goes, typically there's a new buyer that comes, and the cycle goes on. But I don't think that just because a seller doesn't necessarily return, if they're, I don't necessarily think it's you're doing something wrong. That sometimes it's that, or that you could be doing something better, because you certainly don't want to take advantage of people's weaknesses, so to speak, just to get them to buy. At least not in my opinion. I think that we want people to genuinely buy for what they want to buy when they want to buy it, and hopefully we have it available for them. And with the financial aspects of the current economy, that's something that people have to take into consideration as well. But I think that most of my buyers, I do have a lot of them that have rode the wave with me the entire time, or from the time they found me to the current time. And it really just depends on what their purchasing mannerisms or behavior is, whether or not they come in every night, or whether they pop in once a week or once a month. And so just do your best, provide the best show you can. Of course, look at other avenues to encourage them to, if they're going to be out there buying, for them to hopefully maintain buy-in with you, such as the bonuses, the programs, what's that program with the coupons? The rewards program. And like the other said, do just provide a good level of customer service, and have the best inventory available that you can provide, and hopefully that they're around to see it when the book comes up available, and buy it. And if not, there's always another customer. I was on that show today. They were talking about the amount of people that sign up every day, and the numbers are staggering. It's absolutely amazing that many people sign up for Whatnot every day, which gives us the opportunity for new customers every day, you know, especially if they're coming for the category that we sell in.
Nice. Mr. Punisher, what have you got for your retention? I know you only do once a month, but you know.
I'm going to take this in a different perspective. I'm going to do this as the buyer. So when I scour through Whatnot and I check out a bunch of shows, the first thing I do is check out what you said in your thumbnail and what you said. So if you're saying that you're selling vintage golden age or something, or horror or something like that, and I get into your show and I see you're running some other nonsense, and I look in, you don't have a buy it now, you don't have an auction or anything, and you're not just running random, you're just running random stuff, but you didn't I sit in your show for 3 minutes and you literally have not ran anything that you're saying that you did, I'm leaving. Next thing is, one of the first things I look at is your rating. Do you have a 5.0 or at least a 4.9? Because I know the people that are outstanding sellers that got that shitty review because of an idiot with a giveaway that didn't like their giveaway or some nonsense. So if you have a 4.7, or if it says 5 to 6 days or 7 days to ship, yeah, you ain't retention nothing. I'm not buying shit from you because I'm not guaranteed to get my books. So right there, if you look at the seller, that is important. Number one, your rating, and number two, your ship time, because that shows you do good customer service. Next thing I do is, if I'm going to buyer and I see a show that's basically just stale as hell, there's no entertainment, there's no conversations going on, then there's no reason to really be in there. I mean, if you're just sitting there to hang out and whatever, that's fine. You do you. But I'm just saying is, like, if I'm looking to buy some books and you don't have anything really showing or for sale, then that's not a good way to retain people. That's why you'll see people bouncing in and out. So what I would suggest is, number one, get into this community. Um, Not only do people follow each other, but once you be friends with them, you can see where other people are. Make sure your thumbnail is good. If you just do your logo, that's fine too. And people that buy from you, word goes around, and they know when they come in your show, not only are you going to take care of them, you're going to go above and beyond, and they're going to get good stuff. Whether you do it random, preload, if you're going to sell modern, whatever, you're going to sell exclusives, it's fine. I have been on all sides of this. Yes, I only run once a month, but people look forward to the Punisher Rider show. Speaking me for generally, because when they know they come in there, they're going to be entertained for at least 2 hours, and they're going to get top-notch shipping. They're going to also get extra gifts in their packages, and they're going to get good books. I'm not going to lie to them. I'm not going to bullshit them. I'm going to call it how it is, and we're just going to have fun. And that's what I would say for retention wise. Another issue I see is people. I think there's a lot of people on this app. Okay. There's not a lot of people, but there's also a lot of sellers. So it is much harder than it was years ago. And to keep that many people want to see what other people have. And to keep the people in, you have to be that entertainer. You have to keep people's interest, but you also got to have the books. And if you're not upgrading your inventory, if you have the same, if I come in your show this week and I come in your show next week and I see the same stuff, I'm not staying. And many people aren't staying unless there's a book that I couldn't afford that week, that, okay, I got some more funds in my account, that I'm going to go purchase that book from you and hopefully you still have it. It's not going to happen. So that's what my advice is. Change your stuff up. If you like, example, I don't want to sound like I'm kissing Soder's ass, but for somebody that pre-builds their show, he has them build out at a month in advance. And you know what? You can see the books in advance, and everyone's different. So what I'm saying is, whether this Sunday or next Sunday or whatever, you're going to know what's coming. You're going to see a different book. If he did the same show over and over and over and over again, I'm sure he's not going to get the same numbers and the same amount of people in there, except to see the entertainment part, because him and Mel are great to watch. Skipping, for example, she doesn't have a preloaded show. You go in the Skipping show, you're going to be entertained. It's going to be a fun time. A lot of people, it's been a humongous community building in there. And we go in, and you don't know what you're going to see, and you're going to have a great chance to get great books. Everything is going to start at $1, and that's what it is. And that's what my advice is.
Very nice. Taking it from a little bit different perspective. Mr. Soderpop, what is your take on it? What's your churn rate? What do you use to keep your guys coming up? What do what is it?
I think this is something I could really go into the weeds on. I could probably talk for the next 2 hours on this, so I'm going to go high level here. It's a combination of what everybody said. It's entertainment. It's keeping your inventory fresh and being able to rotate. Yeah, if something's not going to sell, don't throw it in next week. Put it in the back of the inventory. Pay attention to what people are buying, seeing what's hot right now. And a lot of it, I was, while everybody was talking and I was listening, I was looking at my analytics since May, since the beginning of May. So how far back I was able to go, I'm averaging 45 to 55% new buyers in every show. That is insane, because the same people that are regulars are still coming in too. Part of that is the entertainment, I would say, because I have no problem making a complete ass of myself, and that's okay. That's part of the fun. I treat people like their family. I talk shit. I call them names. I encourage it to come back at me too. Last night was a good example of that. It was fun. But there's the serious aspect of it. When something goes wrong, I own it. When something isn't right, I'll tell people to stop bidding. I don't want people to overpay either. If something's not, I don't think something's right, I'll tell everybody not to bid. I'm resetting it. It's going to start back at $1. What's funny is when that happens almost every time, I'd say 98% of the time, it goes over what I originally started it over. That builds trust within the community. The people are coming back that are, that are regulars. The people that, are new are getting an experience that apparently they don't see all the time, because that's mentioned every time I do it. But there's also the natural attrition. Like Skippin was saying, money's tight sometimes. People went on a spending spree. It's con season, so people are saving up to buy a big book at a con. There's a lot of different things that are going to have people coming and going. But if you treat them right, most of the time, a lot of them are going to come back. I got 1,000 followers in less than a month, and I'm not doing any extra giveaways. I do a giveaway at the start of the show and whenever we're rated. I have less giveaway goblins that are coming in. I just changed everything that I did to make it customer focused. From the entertainment, Mel and I spent a shit ton of money on upgrading our inventory, or getting different inventory and new inventory and upgraded inventory. I could literally not have to buy a book for almost a year now and run exactly the way that I'm running and how I build my shows and not skip a beat. That you have to reinvest in yourself too. Punisher was right. It is, if your show is stagnant and you're running the same books over and over, find a different avenue. I personally utilize like 10 different ways to acquire inventory. You can't just stick to one way. You can't get comfortable. One's going to dry up over here. The other one might dry up over here. You have to have alternatives. Pay attention. That'll keep people coming in too. Have a variety, not just new inventory, but have a variety of inventory for every price range. Yes, I want whales in there. That's why I throw, maybe a dozen or maybe a little more, really big books in. But I also want people they're trying to get the run fillers in there and buy in too. And I want them all to feel the same and that they're just as important. You want to know why? Because they are. Whether you spend $1 or you spend $500, you're taking the time in my show to be entertained, to spend your money, and it matters. And I make sure people know it. Now, my show isn't for everybody. So when people come in and they might buy a book and they're like, that dude says fuck a lot, that's not for me. That's okay. There's other shows that are more suited for them, and that's fine. I'm not offended by that, but natural attrition is going to happen. But if you want to be able to maintain it, customer service, like Alien was saying, I've had people come in recently that haven't bought from me for a year and a half. They've been in the last 3 shows or 3 Sunday shows. It's going to happen. I do it too as a buyer. People have hot books in there, and for 3 weeks, I can't buy every book I want in the same week, but I'll buy a little here, buy a little the next week, buy a little the third week, and then they might not have anything I want for a little while. So that's part of it too. You just got to be able to deal with that. But maintaining a good, solid returning base, treat people right, keep them entertained, keep books fresh, keep them engaged. And just do the little things from the packaging, the consistency. It's okay to take a vacation. Mel and I do. But when you come back, hit the ground running. Let people know you're back. Do a little advertising. Shout people out. Share your show. You know, everybody in here jump in one of their shows. We all promote each other. We all say, you know, when's your next show? There's a lot of things you can do. It's like I said, I can get in the weeds and talk for hours, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
No, man, I think you made amazing points, and that's
Great
why
points.
I wanted to discuss this, was because every time I have a conversation with a new seller about these pain points, it boils down to, are you willing to, not even are you doing these things currently, are you willing to learn and grow to be able to do these things? And more often than not, I think it's a harsh reality check of, holy shit, like this is more work than I anticipated. And if you can't find the joy and the pleasure in that work and doing what you do, then yeah, you're gonna have a
yeah, and it's a lot of self-awareness. If things aren't going right, you can't have an ego in it. You have to adjust. It's not about you, it's about your business. And the only way your business is going to be successful is if you're taking care of people.
Yep.
Can I add something,
guys? That's it.
Oh,
That's
yep. Go ahead, Alan.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to mention that, by the way, Soder, that was awesome. And what Punisher did as from a buyer perspective, I really felt that. Really, actually felt he hit on a lot of the same things I do, and I think we all do. But don't forget, your store is online 24/7. So it's actually a good idea to spend the time on your inventory, like Soder, I think, and I do. Some of you may not have the inventory, but if you do, it's a great idea just to have everything in there, because there's lots of mornings I wake up with offers on my inventory, and I'm happy to accept them. But that doesn't happen if they're not there, right? So I just want to say that it's a 24-hour thing as well. Spend a lot of time on your thumbnails. This is what I spend the most time on. My thumbnails, I try to make them look funny or attractive, something with an alien in it. I put my logo in it, and I have like a naming scheme for my shows. It's like something Wednesdays with Alien Warrior. I do that every week, and I make sure that I have the inventory is updated from whatever your source of truth is. In my particular case, I used a lot of key collector, so all that's in the notes. People can see that. They can read it. They can make offers. They can message you. I just wanted to call that out because it is a 24-hour thing.
I'm going to add on to that, Alien. So today and just recently, when you go up to the search bar and you look up, like I'm looking up, say, critical hits, okay? And that way I can find a show quick to see if he's on or not. But also in that is products. So if you put like horror comics, for example, it will
100%.
list everybody that has it in their shop as horror comics. And that means you could scroll through that and maybe you could find that book that you're looking for, or see somebody that's running something that maybe you're interested in, and then you can bookmark that show, so you will be available instead of trying to search show after show after show. Maybe if you're looking for some specific different group or whatever, you might be able to find somebody that you never probably would have been in their show unless you just scroll by and happen to go in there and we're at the right time. You might be able to find something that you're looking for. So that's definitely a good idea.
I do that with the second prints and stuff that people might not know about. I will go and do a search on something to see if they have the second print where they might not know in their bin, and I'll pick it off right there. Super cheap at a lot of times. But since no one wants to hear what Joey has to say, because that's never the case. But anyways, Mr. Joey, what have you got? What have you got on this topic?
Well, I've seen people come and go, and I'm going to tell you right now, 6 years in, I do not see anybody from the first year. Okay. The retention factor, I agree 100% with everybody.
Adam and Eve are gone?
Yes. Okay. And so is King Tut. I agree with 100% on what all of you are saying, that there are different factors that are the points of why people do come back and why people don't come back. The variety. I always show a variety of stuff. I usually have something for everybody. Okay. I'm not the big book seller like, Soda and a couple of you other guys. I don't have the big books. Mostly my stuff is a lot of fillers, a lot of medium keys and new books. But you guys didn't touch on one subject, is that a lot of the retention, you don't see a lot of people coming back in your shows because a lot of the buyers that were in your shows have become sellers. Okay. And I've seen that throughout the years. Okay. That a lot of the buyers become sellers and they're mainly trying to run their own shop. And if they know where to go to get stuff and they know they can get a good deal, they'll get a good deal. But I see a lot of the buyers, a lot of the sellers right now on those flat rate shows. Okay. Yes, many people change their names. Exactly. Okay. So I see a lot of that. And a lot of the factors that you guys talked about, the tightness of the money, the people that buy too much and then they turn around and say, okay, I got to stop buying. I'm not going to go buy anymore. Everything that you guys said is 100%. So the factors that there's so many factors involved in it that to pinpoint one factor, I don't really think you can do. But the shows, I don't show. I would never do the same book in a show. Like if I did shows in consecutive days, I would never do shows the same book in that show. I would wait like everybody else does. I don't like showing dead product. But there are times when you can put books in your show and the things that you don't think are going to sell, people come in and look for. But I also find that there's a lot of givey goblins out, and running a lot of giveaways is not a good thing. All right. Because then you always see, and I see it in everybody's show, that you run a giveaway, you got 30 people in the show, and then all of a sudden the giveaway stops and you're down to 11. And I stopped doing giveaways because of that. I only do buyer-sponsored giveaways now. So if you purchase something in the show, I'll do a giveaway and shout you out so that, everybody knows that Punisher Rider just purchased something. He is sponsoring this giveaway. But in 6 years, I've seen the turnaround. You'll see new people stop in your shows, and you'll get your new customers if you have the product that they're looking for. Okay, like I said, I don't do the big stuff, so I'm limited to what I can do. All right, like I said, if I run a show, you'll see that I'll have new books, back stock, filler books, kids books, all kinds of stuff. So, and like somebody else said, you got to be up to change. You can do your stuff, but just do it with a new twist. So there's a lot of factors involved that you got to go through.
Yeah, but sort of the overarching. Rick gave a specific number. Has anyone looked at their statistics and said, "Hey, what are my new buyer consistencies throughout my shows?"
I have.
Yeah, my analytics is 2 brand new buyers, and I haven't had a show in a month.
Well, that's kind of what sparked it for me is those analytics, and they are much more helpful and really underrated for how useful they are. Definitely take advantage of those.
I want to talk about the whales for a minute. Yes, there are plenty of whales. I'm sure we've all seen them in some of these shows. You got to realize these whales want either exclusives that nobody else is going to get. They want big, high grade books. They want big books. They want specialty things. And most of the time, why they're whales is because they own businesses, they're very successful, whatever reason, and they're possibly out doing their job. I know quite a few of them personally, and they are out there. This is very busy time for them. That, they'll message me and they'll be like, "Hey, what do you got?" And I'm like, "I got this." Okay. You know what I'm saying? So if you're expecting a whale, and then with something that Rick said, just because somebody comes in and spends $2,000 in your show and somebody spends $3, you don't treat them differently. You treat them just the same because they are just as important as everybody else.
All right, so I'm looking at my metrics and I'm down all over the place. All over the place. First time buy is 0, which is crazy. And, I got new releases every week and I get no new buyers. And it does get frustrating. It gets very frustrating when you're sitting there with 5 people in your show and, you really can't continue a show when you're not selling anything. And it's rough. So my metrics are down all over the place. My show durations are up. Max concurrent viewers are up, but the sales aren't there. So there's things that I have to change. And I find that doing claim shows is a lot more cohesive to what I need to do. So doing a claim show is a lot more for me than just selling books outright. Listing books, I used to list books all the time. I used to spend hours listing books and do it for 5 shows. And then I stopped because it really takes a toll on you doing that. And I know how Soda Pop feels, and and all you guys who do list your books. So I stopped doing it for a while. And what that does is it takes away from people knowing what you are going to do in your show, what you're going to provide, what books you're going to let them see. Do they have an opportunity to pre-bid? When you do random, they don't have an opportunity to pre-bid. I used to drop my shows, all my products in Monday night for my Friday show. You had a whole week to go in and take a look. And I stopped doing that, and I'm definitely going to have to go. I'm going to go back and do it because it's going to be mandatory anyway, but I'm going to go back and do it, and I find that's a real deterrent on my end.
Let me ask you a question, Joey.
Yes.
This is nothing personal against you. I'm not coming at you.
Oh,
but
no.
I just want you to understand. So if I go on Whatnot right now, and I go down and there's 75 sellers on and 50 of them are selling Absolute Batman, it's like, what show do you go in? Or you see 35 people doing new comic book. Do you think just maybe that part of it could be that you're in a much bigger pool because of how many different people are doing that?
Yes, I am. I know I am. That's why I'm trying to restructure things so that I do it in a different way, and we're going to be mandatory to do the listing. So you're going to have to do it anyway. I mean, these flat rate boxes and these other stuff and everything like that. I don't know. Look, I'm not really worried about it too much. It is what it is. And you go forward and you just learn to do what you do with a new twist here and there. And I'm up for change. And if you're not up for change, then this ain't for you.
Amen. Got to be open to the change and the growth.
Yes.
We're growing every day.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's both topics for this week. We're going to go around the horn, but we're going to leave Punisher, Critical, Soder, and Skippin' till the last because of the new stuff that's coming up with the last cast. We're going to have them talk about stuff last. But first up, we're going to go to Mr. Soda Pop. Tell us where people can find you. Oh, no, sorry. You're part of the last. Joey, Tell them
Right.
what you've got going on, where people can find you, and some of the cool new things that you've got coming up.
Well, the cool new things that I got coming up is really nothing. I mean, I'm on Whatnot. I do my new books. I did want to continue doing the teaching aspect of it, but that's not even. I don't even get anybody in there to do that anymore. So I'm just going to let that go. I'll still do my new releases on Saturday, but I may change that all to a whole Sunday thing where it's the new releases plus the products that are coming out. I'll still give Whatnot the first shot. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, and eBay Live.
I have
Very
a
nice.
quick question before we go
Yeah.
too much
Shoot.
further, everybody. So I've been having, and this happened. It started Sunday, and I noticed it last night too. When doing my shipping, and I didn't change anything, but it's splitting people's orders up like a lot, and it's not even just like large orders. Like Zilla ordered what seven books, and they split his up last night, and I'm really having to pay attention now because I didn't catch it until after it was already done. It did the same thing Sunday with like 4 different people's orders, and it wasn't even like large orders. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it never did that before. Has anybody else seen that?
Yes, I've seen it, and it happens to me with somebody ordered 5 products and they won 2 giveaways, and I'll find the 5 products in one order and the 2 giveaways in another order, and I don't understand it. And I think it's because they are playing around with the shipping right now.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't change anything, so
no, I didn't
I don't
change
want to piss my
anything.
customers off because once you print one label
That's
and
it.
then
You're
you
done.
catch it, like you scroll down to like number 65 that you got to freaking ship. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, shit, I just printed number 5, 60 books or 60 orders ago was the
I
same dude.
know that can also happen sometimes with like shop purchases compared to auction purchases. And then, like Joey said, with the givvies, the like first class letter mail, just filed separately. The thing is, I always bundle mine, and I will email in and say, hey, the total for this show was X amount for users and order IDs XYZ, and ask for a refund on those. Sometimes they approve it, sometimes they don't.
Yeah,
But
it didn't mess with
usually I
any
have
of
to do that.
the shipping costs though.
No,
That's
but
good, at
I
least.
did
That's
2
good.
years ago. 2 years ago, the same thing happened. All right, because they were futzing around with the shipping and the programming and everything like that, and it screwed a lot of stuff up. And I see it happening again. That one show it'll happen, then the next show it didn't happen. Then it happens in the next show, and it didn't happen in the next show. And this has been going on for about a month and a half, 2 months now.
Okay, because the first thing
Hey
I
guys,
did
from
was
a
go in and make
development
sure.
point of view, from a fast and rapid development perspective, I know this is how it works. They'll throw a new feature in, and if it just gets bad reception or if it doesn't work as designed, they'll pull it and roll back. So I've seen it too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but the first thing I did was make sure that the customer was not charged more. Their shipping was the thing, and then to make sure, obviously, I wasn't charged more as well. So none of that happened, which was good. But I just noticed that it was fucking weird. Okay.
Well, from a buyer's perspective, I'm seeing some people saying why, where they were getting, they get to the 921, get their free, and then and it's not because the person had it set wrong with the amount of stuff in the
Yep.
right, the 11 default 11 things or whatever.
Yeah.
No. It was done properly. It's just Whatnot's. They are fucking with shit.
Yeah, because last week it was Feed the Zeke, and he asked during the show. But again, he wasn't.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
He wasn't one because that didn't start until Sunday. It was last Tuesday that he was asking that. But that didn't start till Sunday. Obviously his wasn't one that was like that. And it was just weird. There was no rhyme or reason to it. It had nothing to do with a giveaway. Had nothing to do with order size. It was just all over the board on size, the amount of books. It wasn't anybody that bought out of the shop on Sunday. So
Yeah,
it was
and
weird.
I notified Rick. I'm like, because I didn't know it was Feed the Zeke initially. I was like, hey, because I've seen some people complain about this when it didn't happen, just to try to get money off books when they're running. They're like, oh, you charged me too much on shipping. Can I get $10 off the next batch of books? And they do that purposely. And I just brought it to Rick, and then I'm like, oh, no, it's Feed the Zeke. No,
All right,
he's
but
good. He's a good person.
Yep.
Believe exactly what he says. So
I see the biggest complaint has been for the last 3 years is that, hey, how come I got free shipping? Then all of a sudden we're getting charged $1.31 for the next item.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of Whatnot screwing around with the programming. And
well,
the
it's the I think Skippin brought it up once,
The
and
BMX
somebody else brought
bundling.
it.
So
Well,
we
it's not
were
just
shipping-
that. It's the weight where they
Yeah.
say 4 to 7 ounces. A lot of times they'll do it as the 7 ounces, right, or more. It messes things up. So your first couple will be like 4 something, then $1 something, then free for maybe 1 or 2. Then they'll start adding more, and yeah, it screws some people up. They don't quite get it sometimes.
Hey Rick, with them doing that, what may not be a bad idea, but when you go to do your labels, is to click on the purchasers and sort, so
Yeah.
that way you can see if it's multiple names.
I did that.
That is I made that decision last night after, like I said, I with Zilla's, it was like that. I think that was the only one in the show, but there was like 4 of them on Sunday. So I'm like, okay, I need to start doing that. And yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Until they get it fixed.
Yeah, I do that now. I do that right from the get-go. As soon as I go into the shipments, I sort it, and then I see if there's anybody that's got to get bundled back up again.
Yeah. And again, it's all on me. But again, when you're dealing with like 80, 90, 100 shipments, I don't look at, it's never been a problem before, but now that's the way to do it.
Yeah, we don't seem to have the international sellers like me, Alien, and guys in the UK, and we don't run into quite as many problems like that because we just we don't have the ship or the flat rate shipping or the priority shipping like you guys have with USPS.
Well, let me ask you a question, Flat Earth. Since they implemented that hold on your guys that you can do all week long and then just ship on one time, how do you find that?
I like it. I'm going to be implementing it. I start back up on Tuesday. Alien, how are you finding it?
I mean, I usually only have a couple of orders per week. I'm not like big time like Rick and Omen and Skippin and Critical, all those guys. But I do have like 5 to 10 orders, say, per week. So it's not so bad. I do learn a couple things about my own postage too, like the Canadian post flat rate boxes. They suggested that to us once too, Flat Earth. So I have to look into that too.
Oh yeah, they do.
The
problem is you have to pick them up from Canada Post. Yeah, go ahead, Skippin.
Today on the show, the Whatnot show, they were talking about this topic. And one of the things they were talking about was implementing it in the United States and why they haven't done so yet, because it has been very effective in the other countries that are doing it. And the reason why they haven't done it in the U.S. is because the buyer mentality within the U.S. expects their stuff. And they said people that will buy at 8 o'clock in the morning are wanting to know why their package hasn't shipped at noon. And then why and why, and I laughed because of your experience, right? And why they haven't received it. They start tracking it immediately that same day, and why they, why UPS or USPS hasn't delivered it within 2 days or the next day. And they have an immediate demand in their mentality as to that. And that's the reason why it hasn't been implemented in the United States. And the fact that the United States has got an exceptionally low shipping rate contract at this time, so that they have all the programming is set to do that, but because the buyer demand and the pre-contracted shipping amount, they have chosen not to do that in the United States at this time because they believe it would drop the buyers from the platform. That's all. I just wanted to add that in there.
Omen. Mr. Omen.
Yes, sir.
I figured out your problem with your packing slips. I'll have to talk to you later about that for the other site.
Yeah, we'll definitely catch up on that.
Yeah, no, seriously, I figured it out and it works 100%.
By the way, that's that was going to be one of the topics this week I had initially, was the update for the eBay Live stuff. So Joey and Omen, keep that in mind. Keep your keep your notes.
The thing about
we're going to be doing that.
Yeah,
the
we'll
thing
talk
about
about it
eBay
next week.
shipping, I'll let you know something right now, is that there's an 8-hour time frame from when your show starts to when it ends, that you cannot ship your products until that time frame ends. So
that's idiotic.
Well, no, the reason for that is your buyers are given that extra time after your show to purchase items from either your auction listings or your shop under that same shipping.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yes,
that makes sense.
That it combines together.
Nope. All right, I retract. Not idiotic.
No, I'm
just semi-idiotic. No.
Hey, Punisher. I agree with you.
I honestly
Punisher's
think you
right.
have turned in your old ways.
You had to say it.
You're getting more senile with saying that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're going to go to Mr. Omen. Tell us what you've got coming up, what you got new. Where can people find you and get you on the socials?
So first and foremost, thank you for having me again and for putting this together, Flat. I know it's a lot of work, and we appreciate you for what you do. To all the panelists, thank you for being you. You all are incredible, and the viewers, thank you as well. We wouldn't be here talking to each other without you all. So thank you for giving us the opportunity. This next month is going to be super fun for me. I'm actually headed up to Chicago this weekend to start selling for a buddy of mine, Johnny Pipes on Whatnot. He's got about 30, 40 long boxes, hundreds of Funkos. We're going to be digging through all of it, getting them organized, and run some awesome shows. So I'm super excited about that. Come check me out. Omen Bids on Whatnot, Instagram, and eBay.
Very nice. Skipping this note. Alien.
Oi, oi. Thanks for having me, guys. Flat Earth, I want to give you a special shout out. The opening song is awesome for Whatnot, Why Not. I love it. And I sing along too. So I'm not kind of a geek.
I'll get you the whole song. It's actually long.
I really like it, guys. It's great. Thanks so much, panelists. You guys are amazing sellers. So thank you very much, guys. And the chat, thank you. We wouldn't be here without you. Absolutely. For me, Alien Warrior 75. You can reach me on X, on eBay, Alien Warrior _75. Or on my website, aliencomics.ca. And
who touched the fly or the bug zapper?
That's me. My bug zapper is working overtime.
What's X?
Twitter.
Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we're going to do a show on Friday, guys, for the June 12th summer kickoff. So look for my show then, and bookmark, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much.
Nice. Okay, so we've got Mr. Joey. You already went.
Yeah,
Nope,
now you
we
want
got
me to go
Alan.
twice?
Yes, let's. Well, yes. Now I'm starting to get senile, so leave me alone.
What do you mean,
Leave me alone, man.
What do you mean?
All right, we're going to go with Skippin. Where can they find you? What you've got going on, and tell us about your last cast.
So, the story begins June 27th, and so I don't know. It's so exciting and so fun. And I hope that y'all enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying the previews that I'm getting, the pops here and the pops there. And are looking forward to it because Chris and Punisher and all the others that are putting in the time are putting in a lot of time and a lot of creative power into this book, series of books, and the artwork is epic, and the storyline is funny, and it's dramatic, and it's going to suck you in, and I hope you're ready for the ride. With that being said, I'll leave the rest of it to the others because I don't want to drop any spoilers that isn't meant to be dropped because I will if I'm not careful. And then so you can catch me on Whatnot, Instagram, because I went there and I did that. Skippin' _ stones _ vintage on Instagram, Skippin' Stones on Whatnot. I this week is going to change for me. Going forward, I am no longer going to be doing Thursday shows. I took some time on my birthday to kind of reflect and do some planning of my future, and that includes cutting back one day a week for at least for the summer, to try and get a grasp on the magnitude of stuff I have, and get it organized, and get my house organized because it's became a storage unit for the inventory. And so I'm going to take an extra day to do that. And so I'm cutting back to Fridays and Sundays. But I'm still going to be running. I'm still going to be doing the inventory. And I'm also going to try and enjoy some of my summer, and reconnect with friends and that I've kind of put on the back burner, and family that I've been putting on the back burner to take care of the shipping and the show, what it all is entailed in doing 3 shows a week. And so y'all, I know it's going to be hard, and I know you're going to miss me on Thursday nights, but I'll still be there Friday and Sunday. And I hope you will be too.
Does that mean that Punisher has to pay double for his reach arounds
when
he doesn't have it on Thursday?
Yeah, that means those reach arounds he's just going to have to dream about on Thursday night.
Mr. Soder Pop Comics, what have you got going on? Where can people find you on your socials, on everything else? And what about your last cast?
So yeah, I don't want to spoil too much either, but Mrs. Soder Pop and myself are going to be in the book. I'm not going to spoil anything. I can tell you we're not in the first issue. Other than that, I'm leaving it up to buy the book, support Critical, support everybody that's in it. Stay tuned. There's a lot of crazy shit coming. And mad respect for you guys. I've been jumping in and trying to quote unquote help where I can. I'm probably more annoying than anything, but there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes. mad respect for you guys. It is intense. It is crazy. Critical doesn't fucking sleep. It is insane.
No.
So I know Punisher Rider goes through the same thing. Surtur goes through the same thing. You guys are fucking animals. It's amazing. As far as, my and Mel's part in it, again, I want it to be a surprise. There's mystery, intrigue, comedy, bloody gore, violence. There's some massive cleavage, and you know what? It's just fucking amazing. As far as myself,
Very nice.
we are on Whatnot. Our main show is Sunday. Everything starts at $1. We have this Sunday. We have a Hulk 180, First Thanos, and a bunch of other crazy shit starting at $1, plus a lot of stuff for everybody. So pop in. Everything's built out. I think I got like 20 or 30 more books to throw in there, but it's been busy. Then we do Tuesday night trivia. Come watch Rick make a complete ass out of himself while drinking apple juice. I can still read apparently, so that's amazing. My words are slurring by like apple juice number 3, but it's a good time. Thank you, Skippin and Zilla, for convincing me to keep doing it. It's been fun. And Thursdays, I'm actually going to do every other Thursday. I'm so far behind on processing the books that we're getting in that it's causing, like Skippin said, our living room looks like a comic shop right now.
Exactly.
It's bad. I got the spare bedroom. It's loaded. Every closet's loaded. We live in a luxury apartment, so it's not like I have a house with a basement or anything. I have my daughter and my son-in-law coming Sundays. Tomorrow is probably going to get postponed and do every other week. I was supposed to do every other week, switching off with Lions Keep, but I don't think it went well for them. So I tried to pick up the slack. I can't do every week by myself right now. I'm actually seriously considering having to get an assistant part-time because it's just a lot. You can find me on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all solarpop_comics. And I wanted to share something with you all, if I can take a minute. So I was looking at my analytics, and I don't try for this. I'm actually not a big fan of it, but I got notification that as of Sunday's show, and this goes from April 1st to June 30th, apparently there's a bunch of metrics that you can hit and you become a premium shop.
Yeah.
Apparently with like a month to go, I hit it. So I wasn't trying. Yeah.
Congrats.
And this buddy. Thanks. And this goes to the new sellers. When I started, I was a cluster. I knew not what I was doing. I didn't know dick about shit. But you have to, if you can adapt, if you can be humble, if you can make it about the customers, then the books, you're going to be okay. Fight through it. You're going to have ups and downs. Build a good community. The people on this panel are the right ones. There are many, many, many more, but connect with people, get to know them. And again, be humble. I hit this shit without trying, literally zero effort. I'm just doing what I do. You can go from a worthless nobody like me to become a worthless nobody that just happened to hit this. I am not a big seller on here. I am not fancy. I am, and I'm doing
The
okay.
little guy from Minnesota.
So you're being a little too humble, dude. You're the
Exactly.
man, bro. You are the man. Don't be too humble. You are the man. Remember that.
See, I don't feel it. I don't see it. I
do. I see it every day, bro.
Yeah, I can't. It's not. But that's the thing. It's not about me. It's about the people. It's about the entertainment. It's about making sure people understand that literally I gave up my executive career to do this, and I want to make sure that people are getting the experience that I would want out of it. Make me laugh. Be honest with me. Give me a good book. If you make a mistake, cool. Just own it, and we're cool. And that's what I try to do. And apparently it's working. So
Yep.
That's it.
Awesome.
Congratulations on that.
Yes,
Thank
Yeah, congrats.
absolutely. You had mentioned it a little while, and that's cool, dude.
Yeah, it was like we actually might hit this shit. Holy crap. And
Yeah.
we hit it, and we still have what 4 weeks to go, 3.5 weeks to go, and I already hit it.
Kick-ass.
So
Kick-ass. Mr. Punisher, where can they find you? What have you got coming up? What's new? And what's your last cast?
First of all, congratulations to fellow NWO member for hitting such an amazing achievement, bro.
NWO, baby.
You know, NWO for life, brother. Punisher Rider at Punisher Rider 1. And yes, Punisher Rider will be on this Saturday. Come hell or high water, fuck work, fuck everything. Punisher Rider will be on. You can take that to the bank. Also, I want to take this moment and thank Critical Hits. He started this project when he first brought it to my attention. I was like, oh, this is cool, dude. Yeah, let's do it. And then it started into, hey, let's do this, to now it has been such a whatnot community building project that such amazing people have been brought on, and getting in the thing, getting ideas and seeing their perspectives, and it does help a lot. Trust me, Rick, you're not being a pain in the ass. Trust me, I'm Critical's biggest pain in the ass.
You're
But,
everyone's
No,
biggest
no,
pain
no,
in
no,
the
no. You're the second biggest pain in the ass. The biggest pain in the ass is myself.
Correct. So I am right up. So I can tell you, it has been absolutely amazing. As the book went, book 1, we were totally thrilled. Then book 2, and now we just finished up book 3. The story is getting insane. I don't really read comics, but I can tell you I'm going to read the hell out of this one, because it's like exciting. I never thought that I would be able to play my own character. I think it's just totally cool. And I think everybody that's came aboard has found that it is a long process. It's not just throw it on paper and to put it all together. It takes a lot of work, but they're seeing the results and why things turn out the way they do. And I really enjoy working with Critical. I really enjoy working with Surtur. I really do. Those guys are some of the best people to work with when you come to doing this kind of stuff. When you jump into this side of the game, these are the kind of guys that are not so ego that it's their way or no way, and they listen and they care. What I'm saying is they want to put out some of the best stuff out there for especially an independent artist, and they're just amazing people overall. I mean, I think me and Critical and me and Surtur talk almost daily, and they're just, if you ever wanted to jump into this game, those two guys will make your experience very well. Very well. Just, you will be thrilled. I know that
If I get a reach around.
I know that Critical has done a coloring book for Skipping, and I know Surtur's done a coloring book for Skipping, and I know she was totally thrilled with everything. And I could tell you, as the last cast, I don't want to give any spoilers either. June 27th, we are going to have a raid train. Not only everybody that can make it that's in the book is going to have a show. Critical can come on and co-host. We can talk. We can talk about our characters a little bit. It's going to be a fun. We haven't decided how long we'll be on for each one, but it'll be a fun event. You'll be able to get individual covers of each person. You'll also be able to get main covers, and you will be able to get variant covers. And let me tell you, If you catch my Instagram at Punisher Rider 1, you've been able to see a couple sneak peeks of couple of the covers. And if you jump into Critical Hits, you'll be able to see a couple things that are out. But we got trading cards. We got possibly action figures in the future. So all I can
Yeah, I'm
say
working on
is
that.
it is exciting time for the Last Cast
Oh,
family.
I'm also gonna have T-shirts also for the members of the team. I'm working on it
T-shirts,
as well.
thongs, you know, you get your Punisher
just a
Rider
man
thong,
thong with
reach
Punisher.
around this,
Banana hammock.
whatever. But
Sleeveless leather jackets.
again, I am so thankful to, because of Whatnot, to meet people that I've been able to take a creative side alongside with some amazing artists and just do some cool ass shit over the last 3 years. And if anybody's ever seen a Punisher Rider book or anything that I've been involved with, I think I have an entire wall that I'm staring at right now, and I think I've done a pretty good job being part of projects. And I'm so thankful to everyone who has ever supported Punisher Rider and have ever been involved. And the future's bright, baby. That's all I'm going to say. And I'll leave the rest up to Mr. Critical Hits.
Oh, me. Santa, did you want to?
I'm gonna play us out with
go.
the song. I'm gonna play us out with the song.
Well, there's 3 of them. The first one actually tells the whole story. If you want to play that one.
Which one's that?
That's Santa Broke the Frame.
Okay, so we're gonna play that one.
This is a debut song. My first very song I made. It didn't actually start off that way. I was actually going to make a little short video telling the story of Last Cast, and then I didn't sleep enough, and my brain just got smooth, and I made a whole heavy metal video, and you just have to hear it.
So exciting.
5 men on a boat, chasing peace of mind. Critical Surtur, Holford, and P-Rider combined. Left the world behind for a fishing trip at sea. But the world left them first when the dead started to breathe. They pulled zombie parts from the water that day. Watched the coast explode as the radio screamed in pain. 2 weeks lost at sea with no land in sight, until they found a ghost ship floating in the dead of night. This is the last cast drifting through the end, trying to stay alive while the world descends. From the shore to the ocean, from hope into hell. Welcome to the last cast, nobody gets out well. They found Sir Jesus hiding in a bathroom stall.
I'm gonna cut it off just because it looks like there's like 2 more minutes of stuff.
Yeah, it's an actual song.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, June 27th we got the raid train. I'm not sure the order of it yet. I guess we'll figure that out.
The Last Gamble's available now, though, right?
Yes, it is.
The prequel.
Yes.
Yep. Well, we don't know how that quite ties in yet. That we'll start figuring that out once Last Gamble 2 comes out. We'll know.
Yeah, it's badass. That's all I got to tell you. Got mine. Fucking rocks.
Yeah, that was a fun one to do. Yeah, based after one of my favorite movies. But yeah, no, I've got we got lots to do on book 4. I'm going to be starting that tonight. Book 3 is finished. We've got lots of good covers. We'll be able to show those after the show, I guess, right? Or however Santa wants to do it. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
If anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask me. You know, I've been just working night and day on this stuff. Yeah. But yeah.
Can I say how proud of you guys I am? I just want you to know I'm proud of you. And I hope as much as
This is incredible. That's all I have to say. You guys are amazing.
Go
Absolutely.
to Critical's website.
Absolutely.
Buy The Last Gamble.
Yes.
Definitely go do it. It's worth it. It's amazing.
I got mine ordered.
Yep. And I
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
all right. Well, then obviously you're listening to What Not, Why Not on Wednesdays. For me, Mondays are bragging rights. We need more people to sign up, but it is what it is. Tuesday, the Hour of Power returns to Whatnot. That's right. FES Comics returns to Whatnot. There's going to be some big boy books on the return.
Ooh.
Like we're talking third printing of Hulk 377. What do you call it? Fantastic 448. Niagara Falls editions of ASM. Just big boy books. Yeah, cool stuff coming up.
Niagara Falls.
Critical. Share your screen and show the battle cover.
I'll put it in. He can. I'll put it in the chat. He can show you. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Other than that, that's what's going on. Thanks to all the panelists for coming on again. I appreciate it. I'm looking for it. There it is.
Oh, by the way, Santa, all your stuff went out yesterday.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate all the panelists coming on. It's a blast. You guys make the show with all the.
Look at that.
Yep, Santa's going to take Punisher down.
This is an
Punisher's
iconic.
going
Show it on the
down.
main page.
It is.
Santa looks tall.
It is on the main
Badass,
page.
yo.
Maybe I just don't see
I
it.
love it.
There's a couple in there too. A couple more of them put in there for
He's
you guys.
wearing lifts there, Omen.
Yeah.
The Skechers boost.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that pug. That's the one I'm getting.
Oh,
That's the one.
So really cool. All right. We're going to.
Stella.
Damn it!
Sorry.
I didn't know it was there till. Sorry, Punisher. I didn't know it was there till it popped up. I'm like, fuck! I gotta get out.
Uh-huh.
Blame Critical for
It was a
putting it
setup.
there. I fucked up for showing it, but I didn't notice it was there. We were trying to keep it behind.
I
behind
wasn't. They were.
Yeah, we were trying to keep it behind the scenes.
I told you haven't seen it all.
Yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be a blast. It's been fun being part of it. Even though Punisher is like, he has nothing to do with it. That's all right. Anyways, guys, we appreciate you, all the panelists. We appreciate you, chat, for coming in. You guys make it. We couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. Please sign up on Bragging Rights. We want to see some of your cool stuff and take Punisher down because he deserves to be taken down. So, we're going to go
he's
with
new
that.
crown holder.
He is. And on that, since we're not going to play that, we're going to play everyone out. Actually, no, I can't play it out. I can't because once I do this, it won't show. All right, everyone say bye. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
There you go.
Joining,
Thank
guys.
you again,
Enjoy.
everybody.
Have a good week, everyone.